I created this program to help me keep track of all the parts and supplies and accessories on my pen turning hobby, and which grew to more than pen turning. It was tools and keychains and things like that. From this main menu of this program, you can keep track of project kits, the blanks, wood blanks, supplies that it requires, and accessories that you might use. And you can also keep track of completed projects that you've got, how many you've got on hand, how much the suggested price of them are. Clicking on the parts and supplies option and on the project kits will display the form where you can track the types of kits that you have or that you'll use, and you can select the through the combo box and scroll through and see all the different kits you have. There's a category combination box where you can set different types of categories. This is configurable. If I want to change from pens to tools, I can see the tools kits that I have, or bottle stoppers kits, or miscellaneous kits. And I can scroll through the kits once I've got a category displayed. It lists the part number of the kit, the source where I purchased that from. I can select where I want to, my normal place of purchasing that. That's configurable. The price that I obtained that from. I can paste a link to the company's website in this field. If I click on that, it will automatically load my browser and take me right to that web page where I can order that part again if I want. It tells me the quantity that I have on hand and the drill diameter that I have, or that requires for that. That's configurable, so you can add different drill diameters. If the company has a PDF or a JPEG of the instruction sheet, I can add a link to that. If I click on that, it will automatically load the PDF file, and I can view my instruction sheet for that individual type of kit, and I print it out as required. It'll store the bushings required for that kit, and I can put any notes that I want on there. If I want to see a closer view, I can click on this and it will load Microsoft's window gallery viewer, and I can see a closer view of that. I have the ability to print a report of this, and I can do a detailed report or a tabular inventory list. I can do a print of just the pens category, or I can do it of all categories. I can either send it to the screen or I can send it to the printer. If I generate the report, there's the report, what it comes out like. Once I've got that report, I can still go to File and Print, or I can make a PDF file of that and email it to somebody if I want to. The blanks function works similar to the kits, where I can store the where I purchased that from, the part number, and I can scroll through the different types of blanks that I have. A link to the page that I can view that I can reorder that from. I can double click again and view a close-up view of that. Store the quantity that I have in hand. If you'll notice this, I have the ability to store fractions or decimals of a quantity, so because this blank in particular, it only takes a half of a blank in order to make a pen, so I can make 2 pens out of 1 blank, so I can store the fact that I have a half of one left. Printing and reports are exactly like the other one, and everything works the same. If I go to the supplies, this is where I can track the supplies that it takes to make a pen. My adhesives, the glue, different types of glue, plastic finishing kits, shell wax, and Triple E, and again the cost of that, where I'm purchasing it from, how many I have on hand. I have something here called yield. I can estimate how many pens I can turn out of one container of this, that automatically calculates how much per pen this cost breaks down to, and I can then, it automatically then allows me to generate a good cost per pen based upon that. And accessories, if I wanted to have a pen box or a sleeve pouch, something like that, I can store that there. Now that you've got all of your parts and blanks and accessories and everything stored, you can define completed projects. And if I wanted to, I can select, put a part number in for that and a name, and then I can select the project kit from here. I can click on the down arrow, and this is a list of all the project kits that you saw. If I had a kit that was a pen and a pencil set, I could go in and add a second kit at that point. The blanks, I can select whatever blank I want, and if I am curious as to the details on that, if I double click on this, it loads the blanks form on top, and I can view that in detail. The same way with the project kit, I can view that. Accessories, if I want to use any accessories with this, I can add that there. Labor, I can put down the labor steps that I want to charge for building this pen, and supplies, if I'm using glue and some sandpaper off the adhesive rolls, triple E polishing compound, shell wax. And when I get done, I can it automatically calculates a suggested price based upon all those variables. I can click calculate price, and it'll show me a breakdown as to exactly how it came up with that price. If the pen style that you're working with is a little bit more difficult than a standard pen to turn, you can change the complexity and make it show a little bit harder complexity. It automatically recalculates the price based upon the complexity that you set, and you can view the suggested price at any time. Again, double click on this, it will show you the a detail photograph of the part, and I can store how many I have on hand, and I can print reports just like the previous functions and see and show what I have on hand, and I can print them to the printer, print them to the screen, or create a PDF of that. The configuration button takes me to an area where I can configure how the program works. Labor times allows me to define different steps that I want to be able to optionally charge for, and how much time I want to average for each one of those steps. Suppliers, I can add suppliers that I would purchase things from, and this is what populates the pull down box in the parts and kits area. You can there's a default button that you can choose so that when you create a new kit or a new part, you can it'll default to that person or that supplier as the supplier unless you want to change it. Drill diameters, this is the table that defines the drill diameters. You can add or remove diameters of any drills. Don't worry about trying to organize them. It automatically sorts them alphanumeric order. Same way with the suppliers, it'll put those in automatically alphanumeric. Program options, this is where you can edit so that it puts the name of the program and your name in the program name and in the report title. And you can put in here where you how much you would figure on charging per hour for your labor rates, and that's what's used in calculating the suggested prices. Category options, here I can add or remove categories so that when I go to my projects, that's what populates this combo box. And if I want to manage completed projects, if I want to move a project, there's the part number and the description. If I want to move it from one category to another, I can do it here. Likewise, under managing project kits, I have a kit. If I want to move that from one category type to another, I can do that here. I hope this little overview helps you out. If you're interested, go ahead and download it. If you have any problems with it, all you have to do is click on this link and it'll email me, and you can answer I'll answer your question.